name's Sheila Maria. I am a clairvoyant medium who works with light workers. And today's video is called the Lightworker Equinox Relationship Reading and Harmony Activation. So the work I do is I help light workers to get unstuck and move forward in their lives. And typically, one of the issues that light workers have is putting other people's needs first. So the areas that I work with are to do with light worker gifts, light worker relationships that are often imbalanced. I work with blocks to understanding what your mission on life is. And this video is being filmed on Tuesday the 22nd of September 2020, and it's all about the relationship energy this autumn equinox. So first of all, I'd like to cover some of the physical symptoms that as a light worker or an empath you may be experiencing. Now, interestingly enough, I've been hearing several reports of things that have happened to me, and that's what tells me that this is affecting quite a few sensitives out there. At the new moon that we had, every new moon, the portals shift, they go up, and very, very often that causes the vibrations that surround us energetically to be unstable. So over the last week, if you have been tripping over, if your feet have been hurting, if you've twisted your ankle, if you've fallen over, if you have felt dizzy, that is because your sensitivity to the energy shifts in the dimensions at a new moon is very acute. And that is because the elements that are shifting are the first dimension, the second dimension, and the astral realms around the third dimension, which is why it affects the feet, the hips, the knees, and the legs. So you may also be having physical intolerance to foods that you were up until very recently able to eat. And I would expect this to have come on in the last 4 to 5 weeks. So you may be feeling really sluggish, you may have digestive issues, you may have increased fatigue, and you may just not be feeling as though your systems are working well. And that is because as we evolve, we are here to take in more light. And as we take in more light, we need foods that are lighter. So caffeine, alcohol, things with additives, things with unrefined sugar, very, very often are not being physically tolerated by those light workers that are growing anymore. You may also, as far as relationships are concerned, you may well be feeling the imbalance quite a lot. One of the things that I see in a lot of light workers' relationships is that they're with somebody who is much more linear than they are. And very, very often this imbalance is felt more profoundly by the light worker than the partner. That can be because of several different reasons. It can be because the soul contract has run its course. It can be because there are attachments within the relationship. It can also be because the compatibility of your soul types is not as great because you're moving more into your true soul type, and there are 12 different soul types. So where there is an imbalance in light worker relationships, at the minute you're going to be feeling as though you have to slow yourself down when it comes to communicating with your other half. And you may well feel very, very frustrated at their lack of growth or their lack of understanding about how it is for you. And, you know, the advice with this is that you are being guided to grow. You are being guided to live your life differently. This doesn't need to cost you your relationship. However, that gap is only going to get bigger if you ignore it. So, you know, with the equinox energy, you're really being asked to look at the changes that you really need to make. Not just the physical changes that you need to make, but the boundaries that you need to have. And this energy that light workers often get into, which is giving to everybody else but themselves. And what that does is it means your relationship actually receives less energy from both of you because you don't have the energy to put in. And if they're not putting the energy in, the relationship area basically starts to disintegrate. So this is an energetic thing. So, you know, Orion is talking about here, thank you, he's right here. He's talking about making sure that you truly meet your own needs first. Once you feel that you are meeting your own needs, the next step is really to identify where the disharmony really is. You know, sometimes it's not within the relationship, but you're an empath and you're picking it up from them. So a lot of the time that there is disharmony in a light worker relationship, it is because they've got attachments. It is because they've got hooks or cords draining their life force energy. It is because they are scared and they're getting interfered with by people outside of them. So really, really look at whether what you're sensing is yours or whether you're picking it up on behalf of your partner. The other piece of advice that's coming in for imbalance within light worker relationships, don't stop growing, because if you stop growing and hope that they will change, you stop, they stop. And it's very, very common that light workers are very, very scared of starting again, because stability is the one thing that allows you to help other people. And of course, if your light worker relationship is imbalanced, that causes us to feel destabilized in the most profound of ways. And what most light workers do is they ignore that and they throw themselves into giving to other people, hoping that the relationship will resolve itself. But as I say, if they're not putting into the energy of the relationship, and you're not because you're putting your energy into your light work, that's where the relationship area actually starts to disintegrate, and that's when splits occur. So don't avoid the difficult conversations. Don't avoid attending to your needs. And definitely make sure that you are growing. Your relationship is more likely to evolve if you are growing than if you stand still and hope that things will get better. The final message we have to you here is that harmony within your relationship is created by harmony surrounding you. And that is because your aura is what you're going to receive into your life. So the activation I'm about to do for you is to receive the energy of harmony into your aura. Now, obviously, this isn't a personal activation. To receive this activation, all you have to do is say, I would like to receive this. I only work with the highest frequencies. Okay. So we are working with my seraphic angel guide. And he is bringing the energy of harmony into your aura. He is grounding your soul body and your astral body. He is soothing the energy within your stomach, strengthening the energy of your willpower, sharpening the focus, anchoring your mind. He's also fully connecting you to your higher self and your guides, and you're being asked to listen to them because they have messages for you. And as I place the energy of Tiger's Eye and Sodalite in your aura, you are being asked to consider your happiness now. Satnam. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this video, please do share it, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. It makes a massive difference for small businesses like me. And if you would like to find out more about the activations and the trainings that I provide for all light workers and the assistance that I provide for relationships, business, everything else, head on over to my website, www.sheilamaria.com/work with me. Lots of love. Bye for now.